I thank my lucky stars I was able to see him play at his best. Matt Young working on Pedro Guerrero. 1 ball, 1 strike. We're in the 8th inning. 11-3. Favor the American League. So the Nationals' 11 consecutive winning streak about ready to go down the drain.
It'll be interesting to see the quotes that come out of this game. We were ready. We knew we were going to do it.
And then Quisenberry, who will say cottage cheese.
That's right. Also said National League was using the left side of the brain, and that's why.
1-2. Foul back. Guerrero last year was 3rd in the National League's Most Valuable Player Award. Dale Murphy won it. Lonnie Smith was 2nd. And then Pete, as they call him. 1-2. Got him looking. So Guerrero is caught looking. Well, we saw Willie Wilson make that sensational play. Let's turn the clock back and look at 24. Buck Willie Mays.
Willie Mays was among the most heroic players in All-Star history. Just ask the Yankees' Whitey Ford. In 24 midsummer appearances, the Giant star hit over 300 and belted 3 home runs. And in the field, well, Willie was stylish as always. Willie Mays. Say hey.
I've got an unfair advantage over these guys. My looks? Are you kidding? I've got the Gillette Atra. They don't. It's got the advantage of a pivoting head. Atra's better than twin blade razors that don't pivot. See, they don't always stay on my beard, but my Atra pivots to keep both blades on my beard longer. I get a better shave. See? Close. Comfortable.
Get the Gillette Atra and get the Atra advantage.
So who said life was fair?
Sharp presents The Genius of the Keyboard, playing Sharp's new CS4800, the office calculator that performs like a computer. He performs difficult what-if projections instantly. Next, he performs on our remarkable calculator, Sharp's EL7050. It prints out 4-color charts and graphs brilliantly. Whatever your calculator needs, Sharp offers a very, very wide range.
From sharp minds come sharp products.
Since 1965, one tire company has dominated Grand Prix auto racing. Goodyear. 9 of the past 10 world championships have been won on Goodyear racing tires. And this June in Montreal, Goodyear won its 150th Grand Prix. No one else comes close. We entered Grand Prix racing to prove to the world how good our tires are. Now the whole world knows.
You think you guys back there in Chicago are digging for something to talk about? You should see us back here in New York looking for good pitches. Well, Matt Young provided us with a perfect one here, and one that I found in the American League since I've been over here to be thrown a lot. We call it a backdoor slider. He throws it almost like a spiral on a football, starts it off the plate, breaks it over the corner for Pete Guerrero. It looks outside, breaks over like a curveball, and what can he do? He can't take it, he can't swing at it. Back to you guys.
Backdoor slider.
By the way, the MVP in tonight's game will also be the NBC Miller High Life Player of the Game. Miller High Life will be happy to present a check for $1,000 to the Special Olympics in his name. That player to be announced later on. Well, the big guy is out on the hill. 6'6", 235 pounds, standing out like a beacon here in Chicago's Comiskey Park. Lee Smith.
He's got to be about an 8 on the seismograph, isn't he? Huh?
He's the one who said that he had a dream last night that he was going to strike out Dave Winfield in the game tonight. But, of course, Winfield's long gone, so he can do his best with George Brett, Lance Parrish, and Ron Kittle. Ball 1. Cecil Cooper is out on deck. So that means we will have seen them all as far as, except Bob Boone in the American League. The National League, you have Terry Kennedy, George Hendrick, plus some pitchers.
George's shoes are a bit different. Look at the one on the right side. He's got it kind of spotted in there with the blue, and the other one doesn't. He's got 2 different kind of shoes on. He's got a pair like that in the clubhouse, I'll bet.
He gets confused which is for the left or which is for the right.
I tell you, that's carrying the endorsements a bit too far, though, to wear different shoes in the batter's box.
It's called a split account.
I see.
Well, you know, Cincinnati, they were going into arbitration. They wanted to wear special shoes so they could get some money, and I don't know the outcome of it.
Still in arbitration.
Still in the shoebox. It is 11-3 American League here in the 8th inning. And big Lee Smith, 6'6", 235.
He's got to have a birthday on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, don't he?
Look at that earned run average, 1.3. Fouled away.
I wish we had a gun on him, Vin. He is really throwing hard.
Once this year, Lee Smith threw a wild pitch that hit in front of the plate and bounced into the Wrigley Field stands. That's throwing pretty hard. Three and two. Ground ball up the middle, but there's Hubbard, and he can't backhand it. And Brett will make a turn, go for two. The throw into Thon, he's in there. Boy, that's hustling, 11-3.
Well, that's why you like George Brett so much. It's not just his bat. Hubbard, it looked like he was going to be able to backhand this ball. It goes under him. He just didn't get it, and he stays right with it. You see him chase it to the outfield, and he's watching to see what happens to Brett. But George, he doesn't get any help from the coach. He did it on his own. There's the slide, and he's safe. Good hustling play.
They have not yet flashed whether it was a hit or an error, but apparently those two shoes helped. Come on, lefty. Come on, righty. And now here's Cecil Cooper. So only Bob Boone yet to get in there. And it will be ruled a double. A double for Brett. So George has had a double, a triple, and a scoring fly ball. And here's Coop. You know, since last July 8th, that means 66 appearances, Lee Smith has allowed 2 runs in an appearance only twice. He's never allowed 3. He just will not allow that. 11-3 American League in the 8th inning. So Cooper hitting for Parrish. By the way, the American League now with 14 hits. That's the most since the National League had 14 hits back in 1954. So Cooper hits for Parrish, and Bob Boone will go behind the plate, and then all of the American Leaguers will have gotten in the game, excluding pitchers. Fouled away. Keane, along with a very happy American League team that has pounded the National League. 11-3, snapping an 11-game losing streak and snapping the absolute domination. 24 out of the last 26. And that's line to left field, base hit. Brett is to third, and they will hold him. And the throw gets over Madlock's head, but Benedict handles it. And now here comes Ron Kittle. Kittle had the infield single to shortstop in the 7th inning. And with runners at first and third. We have Cooper at first, Brett at third. Here's Kittle. And after Kittle comes Lou Whitaker. Hubbard, Thon, Matlock, Guerrero, McGee, and Durham defensively. And there's Kittle country in left field. And it gets away from Benedict, and down to second base goes Cooper.
He just handcuffed him. Bruce didn't get a chance to shift on the ball. I would think it would be a pass ball. He just throws so hard. That's one of the tough things when you've never caught a pitcher and he's under some pressure in this all-star game. Watch the pitch. It just handcuffed him. He didn't move and hit him right in the heel, and runner advances, pass ball. At least I think so. That's what they call it.
2-0 the count. 11-3 American League. Bottom of the eighth. Infield is up. Swings a 2-1 to count. Harry Wendelstedt taking a little heat. Boy, he would love to bust one, wouldn't he?
Oh, wouldn't he though? Wouldn't he though?
What makes it great, this is the crosstown rivalry. A Cub versus the Sox. Boy, to come back from a spinal fusion and play in the big leagues, you really have to be thrilled for him.
Billy Pierce gets a lot of credit for it.
2-2. So down goes Kittle as Lee Smith punches him out. And now the batter will be Lou Whitaker. Whitaker tripled in the 7th inning. The American League now 11 runs, 15 hits. The record, the 54 American League club had 17 hits. It's been a record 7-run 3rd inning, and the American League has also had the first Grand Slam home run in All-Star history, that by Fred Lynn. So it has been quite a night. Fouled away. And 1 to count to Lou Whitaker. On deck, Ricky Henderson. There he is. High twisting foul, out of play down the left field line and carries upstairs. Each side scored in the first inning. The American League got a run in the second to lead 2-1, and then they scored 7 in the third. That broke the game wide open. It's now 11-3 American League, bottom of the 8th, 1 out. With the infield up and runners at second and third, Cooper and Brett. High fly ball to left field. Guerrero going back on the track in the corner, backhands and dropped it. It's a fair ball. In comes Brett. Cooper stops at third, and it is 12-3 American League. So Guerrero, an outfielder who converted to third base, goes in the outfield in the All-Star game and drops one.
And that's exactly what he did. You'll see it. He's got a bead on it. Looks like he's going to make an easy play out of it. Whoops, hit him right in the middle of the glove. He bumped his head as he went in there, although it's padded. I tell you, unpredictable. Goblins are out, Vin.
It's a little bit like a fat man's picnic.
That's what it is.
Put a keg of beer at first, a keg of beer at third, skins against the shirts, and let's have some fun.
Let's go.
It's a sacrifice fly, so no at bat, an RBI, and an error.
I got the jackpot, didn't he?
Got everything but the keys to the city. Here's Ricky Henderson, ball one. With 12 runs, that ties the record in the All-Star. In 1946, the American League scored 12.
Would you like to have a baseball clinic and say, well, we're going to show you young people the All-Star game. This game played by the best in baseball. And we put this on. Looks like something that the Marx Brothers would be managing.
Ricky Henderson is really an oddity. He is the only All-Star. As you can see, Commissioner Kuhn might be calling to... What do you think he's doing? Calling for an editor?
They're talking to each other.
Oh, that's a short-distance call.
That's right.
Hello, Commissioner. Yes, don't turn around. But Ricky Henderson bats right-handed and throws left-handed. And that is odd. You see a lot of left-handed throwers who bat right-handed. But very rarely do you see this combination.
You don't think it's President Reagan going to congratulate the winning team, do you?
No.
Okay.
It might be a George Bush call tonight. He played first base for Yale. He can understand this kind of a game. 12-3 American lead. Sounded like a busted bat. Ground ball to Thon, over to Darrell Evans. Scoring is Cooper. So Henderson grounds out, but he gets a run batted in. And it is now 13-3. It's a new record for All-Star competition. I use that word competition advisedly.
Okay.
Well, let's see. 16 runs, 22 hits, 5 errors. And here's Eddie Murray.
They're going to have plenty of highlights.
Whoa.
A lot of highlights.
Film at 11. So Lou Whitaker at second base. Ground ball backhanded by Evans. Overhands to Big Lee coming over. That's like tossing the ball to the Colossus of Rhodes on the move. And they finally get the out. So add 2 in the 8th inning. And in this little gem through 8 innings, American League 13, National League 3.
In the time it takes you to push the button on Polaroid's new Sun 600 light mixer, it's already made 32 decisions to improve your picture. It's decided whether you're shooting indoors or out. Its infrared sensor and light management system have decided how much strobe you need, and an electronically balanced exposure's been captured on the fastest instant color print film there is. In fact, our new Sun 600 even has a little feature to help you make a decision of your own. It's technically known as a bargain.
Start your vacation with confidence.
Come to the travel and vacation sale at Sears. Save 40% on road handler steel-belted highway radials, warranted for 44,000 miles. Save 50% on our heavy-duty 1.5-ton floor jack, only $99.99. Heavy-duty shocks are only $9.88 each installed, and save $20 on the Sears 50 battery, only $39.99 with trade-in. At Sears Tire and Auto Centers, we do more than get you going. We install confidence, day and night. Sears.
WBC Super Welterweight Champ Thomas Motor City Cobra Hearns steps up in weight class to take on former light heavyweight champ Murray Sutherland. Plus, survival of the fittest continues with a River Bridge duel. Only on NBC Sports World.
About the only thing we haven't seen tonight, the way their hitters have been hitting, is a wild pitch. Well, we got you one. And how do you throw a wild pitch? Well, you grip a fastball, a curveball, a slider, you rear back and let adrenaline take over. If you're a pitcher, what you hope happens is a catcher gets a glove on it. Maybe they'll call it a pass ball. You give up an unearned run. Back to the shootout in Chicago.
Sure, Don. Blame it on the catcher for a pass ball,
right?
You know, right? Yeah, shootout.
There is Bob Boone, who becomes the last of the American leaguers to get in the game other than pitchers. And on the mound, Dan Quisenberry. This telecast is presented by authority of Major League Baseball and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form without the express written consent of Major League Baseball.
I think this one you could do without written consent.
There was somebody on the phone with the commissioner.
That's right.
Trying to get written consent.
You're right. Okay. We won't fool around with it. There may be some people want to retransmit this one.
Well, here's Bruce Benedict. He's all smiles. He finishing up behind the plate. Terry Kennedy and George Hendrick are the only two National Leaguers other than pitchers, and all of the American leaguers have now been in it. And there's a line drive into right field, base hit for Benedict. Kittle gets the ball back in. Don't forget, next Saturday, 2 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, 30 Rock. The latest news in the world of sports. Then the California Angels travel to Boston to meet the Red Sox, or Milwaukee Brewers play the Chicago White Sox. Check your local listings for the game in your area on the home of baseball, NBC Sports. Timeout. Terry Kennedy, who had been down in the bullpen, is making that overnight hike to the dugout. Here he comes. The last of the Mohegans, along with George Hendrick. Leon Durham. Strike. That's some delivery by Quisenberry.
I was in Detroit for a Charlie Gehringer affair, and Eldon Auker was there, and I mentioned he threw like that. Eldon Auker was a submariner.
That's a strike. 0-2.
Quisenberry throws a sinker because he throws that way. He has a rising breaking ball. It's like a big roundhouse American Legion curveball, and he throws a knuckleball.
You know what Quisenberry says? He says the last time the American League won an all-star game, he was working in a fish restaurant in Southern California. That's what he says. Maybe. He does say strange things.
He's a perfect relief man. Nothing phases him.
Oh, Leon Durham strikes out against Quisenberry. Wasn't that something? No wonder they have trouble hitting him. Look at this delivery.
It's the knuckleball. Here it is with 2 strikes. Underhand knuckleball, and he just swung over it.
And now here is Willie McGee hitting in the number 8 slot with Dickie Thon batting 9th. 1 out in the 9th. Bouncer foul. It's 13-3 American League. Friends, the 1983 All-Star Game has been brought to you by Miller High Life, the best beer for the best time of the day. Welcome to Miller Time. By Ford and your Ford dealer. Have you driven a Ford lately? By Sharp Electronics Corporation. From Sharp Minds come Sharp Products. And by Gillette Atra Razor, the twin blade razor that pivots for a close, comfortable shave. High fly ball into right center field. Wilson and Kittle, and it'll be Wilson. So the National League now down to its last out, and Dickie Thon will be the batter. Dickie Thon had a base hit back in the 5th inning, but the ball game was just about all over by that time, thanks to the 7-run 3rd inning. Fouled away. So in essence then, the American League is going to snap an 11-game losing streak. They had lost 24 out of 26, and we'll go back to the opening remarks as you look at Benedict at first. The American League had won only 1 All-Star game since Kennedy was president, since Pete Rose had broken into the major leagues, since a Washington senator was on the American League team, Frank Howard. So it has been a long time, and it has arrived. Big chopper to 3rd. Brent goes down to 2nd, and this one is history. totals again for Harvey Keene and his victorious American League team. 13 runs, 15 hits, and 2 errors. And the National League, 3 runs, 8 hits, and 3 errors. And the lights of Comiskey Park, where it all began in 1933, shine a little brighter tonight because the home of the American League has come up on top. We'll be right back.
Thunderbird, from a new school of automotive design that brings new form to the function of driving. A new look, a new aerodynamic shape, which helps stability, handling, integrity on the road. This new school defines the difference between riding behind the wheel and driving. The new school of automotive design is called Thunderbird. Pure Thunderbird. Have you driven a Ford lately?
For 8 hours a day, we're doing what we like doing. Can't beat that. Wanna bet?
Welcome to Miller Time. It's all yours and it's all mine. Bring your thirsty self right here. The rich, smooth taste of Miller beer is what you have in mind. So welcome to Miller Time.
Welcome to the rich, smooth taste of Miller High Life.
2 blades are better than 1 blade. I get the best shave I can get.
2 blades are better than 1 blade. That's the good news razor from Gillette.
The Good News disposable razor with 2 blades is better than any single blade disposable. With Good News, the first blade grabs the whisker and shaves it. Then the second blade can shave it again before it snaps back for a closer shave.
2 blades are better than 1 blade. That's the Good News razor from Gillette. The Good News razor from Gillette.
Friends, the MVP in tonight's game will be the NBC Miller High Life player of the game, and that will be Fred Lynn, whose grand slammer in the 3rd inning, the first in All-Star history. So Miller High Life happy to present a check for $1,000 to the Special Olympics in the name of Fred Lynn. What a tremendous thrill for him.
That it was for Fred Lynn, as you see him rounding the bases, and he really reacted to it, and you can hardly blame him. Jim Rice hit a home run that same inning, a low-line drive. As we look at Lee McPhail, and McPhail has to be a happy man. Dick Butler, who's in charge of the umpires.
Well, you know, next Saturday, our Game of the Week coverage continues with the star-studded California Angels and Mr. Fred Lynn at the Boston Red Sox, or the Milwaukee Brewers here at Comiskey Park against the White Sox. Check your local listings, and now stay tuned for The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson, following local news except on the West Coast and most Mountain Time Zone stations where it will be seen at its regular time. For Joe Garagiola, this is Ben Scully, wishing you a very, very pleasant good evening on the 50th anniversary from Comiskey Park, where the American League beat the National League 13-3.
A promotional fee has been paid to NBC by United Airlines. We serve more of this land's top 100 business centers than any other airline. Fly the friendly skies.
A promotional fee has been paid to NBC by Hilton. When American business hits the road, American business stops at Hilton, America's business address.
This has been a presentation of NBC Sports, the leader in innovative sports television.